Hey, what up, guys? So I got this is Virginia Creeper. Kind of looks like a marijuana plant. I don't know why it reminds me of it. And I don't ever have any issues with it irritating me. I've heard of some oxalate crystals that some people, small population, get issues from. I'm actually taking this. Some of this was on the ground starting to sprout roots at the nodes. So I'm trying to like propagate this in my fish tank. You'll see I already have some vines growing in my fish tank. I'll post a video at another time. And let me show you. So I got a fence over here, and I got like 3 or 4 different kinds of vines. So there's this plant here. This is the same one. This is Virginia Creeper. For me, it doesn't irritate my skin. This is a poison ivy rash that's finally healing up, and I'll show you some poison ivy in a sec. So this is all Virginia Creeper, brand new little leaves. Let me see if I can focus in on it. Beautiful, beautiful. It's growing up the house. I personally like it, but I'm gonna start taking it down because this is actually really heavy and I don't want it weighing down stuff. So I'm gonna take it down. And then I got these big beautiful leaves here. This is native grapevines. You can see that it's just a green vine. I don't know what that white stuff is. And it's a really cool plant. It does produce grapes. I don't eat them because I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get diarrhea or anything, but the birds do. This is also part of grapevines, a young leaf. Sometimes I thought this was like poison ivy because it's shiny and oil, but no, it's not. It's part of the grape vine. And then this one down here, hold on, let me double check the vine here. I think that's sugar maple. It just might be a young sugar maple tree, but I got to verify the vine. Let me see if I can turn on the brightness here, because the sun is going down, so believe it or not. Yeah. Because leaves of 3, let it be. Yeah, it's a young vine. That's not. I think it's a young tree. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, man. And I just touched it. I don't think it's poison ivy. I think that's like sugar maple or some sort of maple or gum tree, because we got some gum trees there. That's a little one. I'm gonna be cutting that down but using it for bonsai. You'll see it. It's air layering. And there's poison ivy in here. It's just, let me find the vine. There's one here we go. All right, so this, I thought I got rid of this a couple years ago. This is poison ivy. What's the saying? So leaves of 3, let it be. And then any hairy vine ain't no friend of mine. So that is definitely poison ivy. It's a young one, and it's growing. Because I was gonna take all this down, then I was like, eh. So I'm gonna wear some gloves when I do. I'll probably do it when I get back from Jamaica, because I'm not trying to get another rash. This rash has been, I've been recovering from this one for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks. But anyway, so look, you see that hairy vine? That's poison ivy right there. It's growing all the way up. And then it's just blending in. I'm trying to get some leaves for you. On the other side of this fence, I can get some leaves. There's actually a gate here, which is why I'm gonna open this back up, because it's just, it's gotten kind of crazy. But I'm gonna wear some gloves. But yeah, this is Virginia Creeper. This is the grapevine. And then even this one, I'm not sure if I don't think that's poison ivy either. I think that's another vine. There's the grapevine, Virginia Creeper, that one vine of poison ivy, and then there's this one, which I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. It's the spiky one. This one. It's got all these little spikes, and these are leaves here. That little leaf. That's what it. And I kind of want to propagate one of these too, because in my office I'm trying to get a bunch of vines. So this is a pretty thick vine too. I'll try to propagate it at some point. And I mean, it's a huge chunk of overgrowth here. And then, I forgot the name of this damn tree. Elderberry? This is that giant weed that you can just kick over. And it grows the berries, which I think are poisonous, but you can make them for some sort of antidote for the poison ivy. But you gotta like boil it in a pan. All this stuff's too much work, but the birds love it. Oh, and then they grow these bulbs that you can dig out, because I kind of wanted to put one of these in a pot. They're really cool looking plants, I think, even though they're like a weed. And then here's another of one of those leaves that at first I couldn't identify. It's just a maple. It's a young tree. You can tell. I mean, look, I'm following it. It's not a hairy vine. I know there's a tree. Let me see. There's poison ivy here. See, these I would be skeptical of. I don't even want to touch it, but I'm not 100% sure. It might not be I don't know. It actually might be poison ivy, because here in Virginia, sometimes they're in vines, sometimes they're in like a tree form, and like a little bush form like this. And I can't see if it's a hairy vine or not. I'm not going to touch it though. I'm pretty sure it's poison ivy. And what else? I'm just looking around. Hey, boy, what's the matter? He's wet from the hose. And then this tree, it's my neighbor's tree. It's like a really cool looking tree. This tree is pretty cool. It grows some like grapes or something that the birds love. Let me see some other vines here. Yeah, that might not be poison ivy, that one that I was talking about. No, wait a minute. It might be. This one is, I don't think it's poison ivy. It's just another ivy plant. I don't know the names. I'm not like memorizing everything here. That's Virginia creeper. And I'm trying to think if there was poison ivy on this one at one point. No, I don't think there was. There's just some moss right there. I did cut. Oh shit, did I identify it first? Okay. Sorry for cursing, it takes one mess up and you got the oil on your hands, and then I would have to jump in the shower. I cut this vine a while back, but it's still growing up there. I cut it and then it started self-propagating up there. Let me see if I can zoom in. But yeah, that's creeper, Virginia creeper. And that's pretty much it, man. So I'll show you. Let me get on these steps here. So here's the other side. It's kind of a little messy. We just had a big storm, so all my this is a temporary spot where I keep plants, because there's this biome. It's like its own biome here. It stays real moist, and I can keep the plants there. There's foxglove. There's a maple tree. That's oleander, really poisonous. And then here's some of the grapevines, which I did want to propagate some. Beautiful, giant freaking leaves. I love them. I'm trying to mess with the brightness here. It's kind of hard to film right now because the sun's coming down. So anyways, hopefully you guys like the video. I was going to try to show you some sumac, but I don't have any around here. Here's, I've been struggling with this fence. It's the neighbor's overgrowth here, but I don't know. I'm okay with it now. It's whatever. It's impossible to get rid of. It's the spiky vines. Some of them aren't spiky though, like this one. Let me double check. Doesn't look like sumac or anything.